Let me get straight to the point and give you men some understanding. See, a lot of you men thought y'all can buy women. Y'all don't really understand women. Not at all. A lot of y'all wouldn't even getting sex or even dealing with any woman because you had to use the dollar. And when you use the dollar with a woman, you really don't have a woman. You have somebody about to play you out and figure you out what type of guy you are. See, women always want to tap into the weakness, find out where you're weak at, and then bleed you and drain you from there. This is not to downplay a woman, but to let you know that some of us know exactly how y'all play the game, but a lot of these dummies will never figure it out. See, when your mama raised you, she raised you to be independent, which she should have did that. Women never supposed to be independent. She should have raised a son to be independent. That's why the pain is being inflicted on us right now today. A woman is using divorce in the wrong way, which they never had before. See, the things that we see today is all false. And then a lot of these men don't want to take care of the woman. They want to play the game, drop off sperm, and make everybody that's gentlemen be victims. Because then you're going to meet these women that's going to turn you into a victim, say bad things about you, try to confuse the nation, but only confusing themselves because they're hurting the inside. Let me tell you, men, women are the first things to cheat. She'll be sleeping with a man while she got you, and you'll never know, and they can be one of your best friends. The reason why they can get away with that, because men ain't gonna tell on them, but women always tell on each other. And all you have to do is be best friends with their friends, and their friends will snitch about everything. Because they'll tell them, their friends, all the bad stuff about you. And the friends will ask themselves, well, why is she still with them? So they want to find out what it's really about. See, this is the world we live in, where people are drawn into people. Women don't even understand they're the ones cleared the way for man to have sex with a lot of other women by running off their mouth. See, a lot of relationships don't end because of two that's in the party. It's always some outside thing. Every time happiness is there, somebody gonna bleed y'all out. Somebody gonna bring corruption, separate y'all. But y'all men, a lot of these babies that these women blame on you, it's not even your baby. They don't really know who baby it is because some of the times they had sex with so many people that they confused themselves. So a lot of y'all will find out a lot of these children, some of y'all best friends, some of y'all neighbors, they're all over the place with this thing here. Because they was taught that you won't be faithful to them no way and no how. This is what the grandmothers taught them. Now in the world we see today is so much confusion. There's always sex going on everywhere. Every time she leaves your sight, she's in somebody else's sight. So I'm a man, I'm going to tell you like this. I did the 100%. I did the fatherly roles in the inside of the house at the same time. I got lied on, threw stones at, and these people was cheating the whole time. I knew it. I never threw another word in their face. I understand that they was trying to play the villain and make me the victim. See, this is a confused world that we live in. Sometimes you land in the bed and land next to Satan himself. Some people look grown but never could be grown because of the inside they don't even feel it. They feel empty. That's why you see girls blowing up their titties and ass, not for themselves, but just wanting to be seen, because it all starts off when they was a kid, when their mothers used to let them get up in the middle of the floor and dance like a ballerina. See, she was already being chose up to be a whore or a prostitute. She didn't know that, but her mother was teaching her the same thing that she went through. If she'd have watched her mother and paid very, very close attention to her and not looking at the violent things that was happening, she would have understood everything that her mother been through is trying to put her through too. Sometimes it's always the other woman trying to hinder you, trying to break you and let you make the same mistakes they made, so you won't even grow in this world, and you'll be just like society, in the melting pot of broken people. See, a lot of people want to get on here and talk like some things Kevin Samuels said. He couldn't get a woman when he was broke, so he had to build himself up to have some money to even voice his opinion. And this the people you falling in front of right now, where people having opinions that never could talk before. See, this is how the world is. When a person get his cash up, then they figure like they can talk. But you had certain people that was governing the streets. You know what I'm saying? They got locked up, they dead. And a lot of these other talkers just came out of nowhere and started running their mouth. And they're saying things just so they can get in the women's pants by glorifying certain things. See, if I can't give you wisdom and bring forth knowledge and born understanding, then I won't even talk at all. I've been with a lot of women in my days, but I searched for one woman, and all I did was go down the road of confusion and more confusion and more confusion, looking for one woman. I wasn't a man that wanted all these women. I wanted to create all my children by one woman, and I was satisfied with that. But every time I dated these women, they always put everybody else first, except for the man they supposed to been with. See, they great pretenders and try to play the game, but I seen the game before it was already introduced to me. See, remember, I grew up in the hood, and I always hung around pimps and and players. So I knew every game out here. I talked to so many people and so many underground, underpaths, or whatever you want to say, that the same people you would throw away, I always listened to, because they always had the right things to say and wasn't even using it. See, I never ever threw nobody conversation away. I always took in the pieces that I needed. But I understood that the woman always trying to find the weakness of a man. So the first thing I done when I first met him, I told him exactly who I was and how I was going to be. They took and tried to make me out to be something else that I never could be, when I already told you who I was. But I knew they was broken from all the fraud dudes that they mess with. They brought all this confusion. That some had hopes and dreams, but wasn't pursuing nothing. See, I was out here with all of them, so I understood what a lot of these things came from. But I want y'all women just to catch up for a minute and don't get lost in the sauce. You know how your draws came off because you tried to play the man game. And you slipped up so many times because you fell for these fraud dudes because for the simple fact, if you was building understanding, you would have never fell for them. And I don't care how good they look or how much money they got. Because some things that got money and look good is imposters. But see, you fell for that because this is how your parents raised you to chase the dollar. But look how many men that ran through you while you was chasing the dollar. Look how much things you had to do in your life. You got so much sperm on your face and between your legs, you couldn't even tell the middleman, name who hit you. See, I'm not here to sugarcoat anything, just to address you and bless you with all the sweet words and the sweet melody to bring you up out of this nightmare, this curse that you've been cursing yourself. I know a lot of y'all been touched by uncles, fathers, and brothers and all these things of that nature. But stop accusing and move on. Because I know it's breaking you in the inside that you start to look down on yourself and you start to feel empty. And then you get a man in your life and then he make you feel empty. But who fault is that? You took the thing that happened to you in the past, brought it into the future because you couldn't let it go. You made a decision and decided to break down your own happiness, your own self, and to throw your own self in the trash just to feel like trash. And then you started putting on eyelashes, titties, and ass, which you should never went that way. You was classy, you was sweet, and everybody knew you were beautiful inside and outside. So they came for you to try to mess up both. And you fell for it. That's why you accept some of the things that sit in front of your face. Some of these men, these girly men, you know they girly men. But you decided with them and then started to feel like this nigga just like one of my children. And then you started feeling sorry for the nigga, but not even being in love with him. So you played him. You took him on to get closer to who we know, or what friend that's meant for you. And I understand. But then you found out he wasn't meant for you. Then you went another one and another one and another one and found out that all of them weren't meant for you. You know why they wasn't meant for you? Because you still caught up. You still caught up on the pain and giving the wrong niggas pleasure because of your pain. But all you think about it is the money, the fashion. When you feel empty in the inside, no matter what you buy, you still feel the same way. There's some of y'all done drunk yourself to death, feeling the same way, holding on to that same pain. You need to get up. All these dudes talking on this internet, some of them talking good talk to you just to get to other women. See, they sound biters. These niggas couldn't get a woman if they tried. First of all, they ain't even had the right conversation. They ain't even know how to get a woman. But guess what? They getting them now. Because it's the art of persuasion. They using one of Satan's defenses to persuade a woman by sounding good. See, I ain't here to sound good. I'm here to heal you. You understand? Because we all got problems. We all need to solve these problems. But we all making ourselves victims because we keep falling for the same old jokes. And these niggas keep coming with the same old jokes to tell you time and time again. And then y'all ladies will sit back and say, oh, you right. And then you know in your heart that nigga ain't right. You can feel his weakness. and know what he wants. See, you can feel the tender touch before you even touch. And women were great at that. They instincts, they already had sex with a brother before they even slept with him. See, I know your intuition. But a lot of these so-called dudes ain't even looked at you. Ain't even recognized you. So don't even know you. He just want to get through to you. Sexual. But sex is not what they think it is. When two people bodies become as one, y'all feeling each other emotions, attacking each other, and seeing where the love is and where the brokenness is too. And then you try to repair somebody's heart. And you'll find out that both of y'all need the repair. So that's why a lot of brothers and sisters out here lonely. Out here talking smack. Don't even know what they talking about. Talking about when you go 50-50, these niggas ain't even never did 100. Better yet, they ain't even did 50-50. They just throwing numbers out there, don't even know what they talking about. Have no clue what a woman is. They just like to talk. And when there's a lot of females in the house, see, you remember, you go back to the story of Adam and Eve, the first beginning. Why did Satan come after the woman? Look it up. Look in all these houses. Look in the clubs. Look in the churches. Look in all these the communication centers. See how many men in there and how many women. And then ask yourself why Satan came after the woman. Because it's all about your emotions. And you keep getting hooked up in your emotions. And the world is being destroyed from your emotions. Look how many children you done lost. Look how many children you done sacrificed. All because how you was treated. You sacrificed all your children. Now you hide yourself in drinking and drugging. And then you act like you in love when you know you in pain. That's why you give yourself to all these men. Because you in pain. But remember, y'all raised these sons and raised these girls. Y'all could have taught them right. But no, you made the woman independent. And made the man dependent. And now y'all want to run y'all mouth and talk. And in this skin color, y'all always talk this here. Y'all should have raised the black man independent. And raised the girl as a nurturer. Showed her how to cook, how to clean, how to be nice and neat. And she would have made a perfect wife for anybody. She would have known what kind of man she needed. And she wouldn't have slept with all these poor righteous teachers. So I don't do this for likes. I do this for change. Because I understand you. And I understand why Satan came after you. Remember, everything in this world comes after you. That's why you be stupid and pay $8,000 and $25,000 for a pocketbook. And then you have the same girlish niggas will pay $1 million for a watch. See, this is what you raise. You didn't raise a man. You raise a nigga that's already in your purse. And you know what you carry. One of them is your child, your son. One of them items in there. And you know it. You feel it. Because niggas don't get emotional. See, I react to the things that I say because it confuses me. It hurts me to see y'all even go down this way when y'all know better. And I knew you could change. But y'all ain't want to change. Y'all want to fit in with everybody else. See, when I was growing up, they had the mushroom head. Man, the women was beautiful. They had all the original items. Niggas didn't care if your butt was flat. He loved a woman. But now y'all trying to be in images. And it don't look good on you, baby. These phony, girlish men want y'all to think it look good on y'all. Because these niggas couldn't get no girls. Why you think a lot of these niggas grew their hair? Tell them cut their hair and then see how they look. And then you'll look at them, you be like, what the hell? I don't care what style a man has. He gonna look good in whatever style he have. Hell not. But what your heart look like. What your soul look like. What your spirit gonna carry. We're not in this planet to be playing these type of games that y'all playing. But this is the way y'all like to rehearse. Listening to all these germ niggas talking all this stuff, and y'all be looking at them like, man, these niggas some clowns. It be the weakest dudes, the clownish niggas, sitting up here talking about other niggas. If a nigga ain't got this and a nigga ain't got that, but they was the same niggas ain't have it. And women deal with their ass. All of a sudden you came up, so you want to belittle the people that's down. Y'all couldn't wait to do that. Boy, I tell you. Why you think a woman going looking for a man in jail? Because all you niggas out here is cream of wheat. Sometimes y'all niggas, man, the motherfucker want to put syrup on y'all head. Because y'all niggas sweet. I don't know what's up with y'all. Do y'all want to love her? Or do you want to use her or abuse her? You got these women out here talking like they Cadillacs. And they ain't no damn Cadillacs. Man, some of them Yugos. I mean, you name it, man. Car with a lot of bumps in it, man. And they need to get them bumps out of it, man. We had sweet women, man. We had lovable women. We had a lot of them had more of a lot of respect, morals and principles. Instead of going to restaurants, she say, "Let me cook you something to eat." We had them type of women. Where they go at? Now all these restaurants making all this money and giving you crap. Where the love? Where's the love at? Y'all ain't looking for no love, man. Y'all looking to be seen and heard. Then you will never had no man on here talking about other men. You know, bringing up names and talking about these men, this and that. Man, about Puffy and man, all that clown shit. Man, we'd have put Puffy to sleep. We wouldn't have been talking about no man. He raped this, man. We found out some shit like that, man. You know, and it's around us, man. Man, he wouldn't even made it, man. He wouldn't made it no jail. That's the type of people you dealing with today, man. Where they praise people because they black. You knew you was getting into, man, when you join forces with anybody. So just because your color, your skin, they made up some shit on you. Man, ain't nobody want to hear that. Look at R. Kelly. Man, he let them set him up. He done the same fucking thing again and again and again. Knowing he was being set up by his own niggas. They knew he was do the same thing again. But it's a lot of y'all keep rehearsing and doing the same thing over and over. Because a lot of your dudes that's in positions is chasing little girls. Y'all niggas ain't nothing but rape. Y'all was doing the same thing in the street, but trying to fake and play this game, marrying these individuals and knowing y'all don't love them. You understand that y'all want to trick off because that's who y'all is. Man, just check behind yourself and become real with yourself. And stop getting on here talking that poison. If you ain't trying to clean the set, then I don't think none of you niggas should be running y'all mouth. Because y'all want to talk all this violence and gangster and all this and that when we losing. And then, when you turn on the TV, nigga, you see children come through the TV shot by a bullet, nigga. And y'all want to still run out here talking that crap. Man, if y'all don't know what a hoe is by now, then I think y'all should get in line, man, to go down the motor vehicle and they should put her on the wall. And you should walk under the word hoe. Because that's how they did us. Confused us, took everything away from them. And now we abuse each other. And then we celebrate every holiday there is for more abuse. Man, you got the message. You got the ticket. And I'm out of here.